You smiled teasingly. He looked at you for a while and complained, Mummy, you're so bad. You don't want me anymore. He starts to cry. Jenny patted his back. Hey, Mummy is just joking. You had been holding your laughter, but when you heard him cry, you started to panic. Ronnie, my baby, why are you crying? Mummy is playing with you, okay? Don't cry. You try to convince little guy, but Mummy didn't want to talk with me anymore. He sobbed, talking with his cry voice, showing expression that suffered great grievance, making you blame yourself. I will never ignore you. I'm sorry. You are my only baby. Stop crying, okay? He sniffed, trying to stop his cry. Is Mummy telling the truth? You will talk to me, right? You nodded, looking at your child smiling. Then, Mummy, when I'm going to meet my dad, he held his cheeks and leaned forward. You have thought about it already. A warm smile appears on your lips. Wait for Mummy to come back, then you will able to see your dad. Really? He did a happy move. Then I will be able to hang out with dad and go to school with dad and many more. I want to introduce him to my friends. Rovun keep talking what he wanted to do after meeting his dad and with such a innocent and pure thoughts. But suddenly door cracked open. You immediately raised your head and saw the man walking in. You blinked with blank mind. You don't know where he came from, but he have a small bag in his hands. So Mummy, you catch a glimpse of little man on the screen that was still talking. I can able to do many things with. You pressed the red button and it cut the call and log out your account on his notebook and open other app. Acting as if nothing happened, Jungkook stand there without questioning. Even after hearing Kid's voice, you are back. He stood there quietly, looking at you. That little woman sitting on the big bed in the room with notebook on lap, wearing his shirt, looking baggy on that petite body. Hair tied up casually, pale and natural skin with slightly pink lips. Cause you didn't go out, you don't like to makeups inside, so it's your real self, feeling comfortable, having your time. When he saw you like this scene gave him an exceptionally warm feeling. He was like a husband who had gone out and you are a wife waiting for your husband to come back at home. It made his heart soft that he could only feel the love rising in his heart. It was too quiet that made you raise your head. What's wrong? Only then he came to his sense and walked near the sat down at the edge of bed. What are you doing? He will slide near you and hug you from side. It's not like you can't see it. Of course, you are watching random drama now. It's playing on, but you don't have interest on it. I mean, just now, you hung up the phone just like that. You didn't reply, it's him. You're talking to. He leaned over on your shoulder and held your waist. His hot breath sprays on your neck. Our son. Hot air lingered in your ear and your eyes widened in disbelief. You didn't expect him to say this. Suddenly, you quickly react the way he addressed Rovun. He's only my son. When did he become yours? The warmth intensified on your ear and his voice was low and gentle and charming. You are mine and your son is also mine. He is your mister. Love is always plain to hear and most of couples likes sweet talk between. If you have no feelings for sweet talk, then it's probably because you have no feelings for this man. But this man who stick together with you was undoubtedly someone who took root in your heart. When he said kind of emotional and sweet words, It was a poison that could be addictive. His words naturally touched your heartstrings. Your heart beat that you couldn't help but want to probe him. Do you really not mind if he didn't have your blood flowing in his body? This was probably the first time you asked him type of questions with serious manner. When he heard it, the words carried a touch of caution and he held you even more. Could it be that this is the reason you never accepted me? You thought for a moment, half half, you answered unsurely. Then you should give up your worries now because your man is working hard in the direction of breaking all your worries. You're speechless. I won't let you down, he smiled. You bite your lower lips, your eyes turned glassy, and it filled with tears. Of course, if you failed, then I will hate you for the rest of my life. You deliberately emphasized the hate words as if you wanted him to know your determination. His lips curled. You won't have this chance. I will only make you love me more and more. You blushed. Who loves you? Don't overthink. You scolded and he raised his brow. It's not true. Thick-skinned man, you keep pestering me, okay? You roll your eyes. Is that so? You widen your eyes. Are you denying it now? I didn't deny it. Be by my side. It's enough for me. Suddenly you turned around and hugged his neck. Your sudden initiative shocked him. Later, loving smile appeared on his lips. And he held you into his arms. Jungkook. You won't be disappointed. Disappointed for what? You have no idea. I'm sure you will be happy after seeing him. Of course he will be. He waited 5 years for this moment. When you said that you will not disappoint him, it meant that you did believe that Rowan is his child. Such a familiar features won't lie, right? The moment you loosen your grip around his neck, his eyes were lightly locking into yours, his face getting closer and closer. Before his lips could touch yours, you turned away. No, don't. Seems he wanted you. He grabbed your cheeks, turning you to face him. Are you tired? He revealed not a smile and leaned on your shoulder. His hand slid down your waist, holding you firmly. He didn't know what to do with himself. He kept playing with you. Stop messing around. I'm hungry. Oh, I will order as soon as possible. What you want to eat? Little guy blinked his eyes innocently when his mother's face disappeared from screen. He looked over and saw Jenny sitting on the sofa, eating apples. What happened? She asked. Aunt Nini, there is no video of mummy's? Jenny swallowed a mouthful apple and walked to him and operated the laptop. Ronnie, your mummy's network is not good. That's why video cut automatically. Network isn't good. He looked at her with his pure eyes, making Jenny guilty, somehow laying to kids. Please understand, Mummy is out of country and poor signal caused our issue to have smooth video call. We will do next time, okay? He pouted unwillingly and snorted. How could there be poor signal? When we were in overseas, there was excellent network when I played that game. When Jenny heard it, she became serious. See how you talk. It depends on whether we are in different place. You can't make ugly faces for that, okay? He snorted again and looked at Jenny. Aunt Nini is fierce. She even called me ugly. When Mummy will return, I will tell Mummy about it. You have learned to complain now. Then you should go and tell your Mummy. Then see if I'm afraid of her. She hugged the cushion and acted like frightened. I'm so scared. Kim Ro-woon is so scary. He pressed his lips and got up. Forget it. He felt like using his killer move. I will just go and call my uncle, telling him that Aunt Nini is so fierce to baby. He ran out. Jenny is acting all scary, teasing him, immediately stopped and blinked. Wait, who do you think you are calling to? Come back here. I will make you your favorite snacks, please. She chased after him. His little legs ran around as Jenny tried to catch him. Are you sure? Every day you have to make me night snacks. Okay, deal. And a midnight snacks is worth 1,000 gold coin. People should cherish it so well. At night, hotel rooms lights were turned off and men and women laid beside each other. Both had balanced breath, but both knew that neither both are asleep. Your back is facing him, so you wanted to turn around to face him, but his hands sneak around your waist and come closer to you, hug like koala. You struggled. Why are you hugging me? Go and sleep on your side. His face snuggled on your neck. Stop messing around. I want to sleep like that. His body temperature was higher than yours. It burned even more when you struggled to free by him. Your body immediately reacted on his touch. Why is your willpower so bad? You grabbed his disobedient hand. His breathing became heavier and voice was deep. I am a normal man. The woman I love is in my arms, and you want me to stay silent? He whispered, isn't it good that I didn't eat you clean? Jungkook, you tried to get away from him. He laughed and used his feet and hands to compete with you and encircle you in his arms. It's hot, let me go quickly. You sighed, alright, don't make noise or I won't leave you. Go to sleep. He's the one who's messing around, okay? He knew that he had to let you go to calm himself, but he just wanted to keep you in his arms. Therefore, this burning feeling was both sweet and painful to him. Jungkook, you suddenly called out to him. Moon's faint lights are coming in from window. His tone was hoarse, and when he voiced out, his hot breath sprayed on your neck. I have something to ask you. The person behind you take a deep breath as if he is suppressing something. What is it? You don't know whether you should ask him or just wait for the right time to reveal itself, but now you feel like you have to confirm it by yourself. You said that there was another woman other than me. With your question, you felt the person behind you stiffen as if he was nervous. You are momentarily stunned. Was he nervous? It was a little funny, and you stopped the urge to laugh. Your eyes were full of joy. What are you nervous about? He was silent for a long time. What do you want to know? He asked finally. I want to know if the person is before me. He smiled. Are you stupid? If it wasn't before you, then could it be after you? That's right, you actually forget about it. The corner of your mouth twitched awkwardly. When? 5 years ago? Do you still remember it? Which place, when, and what she looked like? You asked in one breath. He was dead silent. Could it be you asked many questions and he couldn't process about it how to answer? You thought of yourself and asked again. If you don't know which one to answer first, then let's follow the routine. I will ask and you answer that one by one. How about it? He pursed his lips. He had a feeling to face the death without fear, then answering kind of answer to the women he loved. Do you really want to know about other women? He smiled bitterly. So what? After answering, can I still stay in this bed? Why not? You said naturally, and he felt something was wrong. Did you hear that? I will ask and you have to answer, but you can't lie or stay silent. Could he choose death? Jungkook, you called him again, and he uttered a word with difficulty. Okay, you are a little excited after getting his permission. Okay, then answer this. Why did this happen? You guys were together at the time? Private business cocktail party? No, we were not together. Totally unknown. Probably no one in the world would cared about Jungkook being handicapped other than Old Master, John and Jonghan. They wanted to test him whether he was really handicapped or not. For the draft, they had arranged a woman for him. The answer is quite simple. Then, where were you at the time? How did this happen? After asked by you, he would take his time to answer. He held you little more tightly. It happened too suddenly. That woman rushed up to me. I was drugged and my mind wasn't working at the time. You hummed, then do you remember the day? It's very important for you to know the date. Stop asking. Why? How could you confirm it without asking? Even there is less than 10% chance for him to answer about it, you still wanted to hear from him. But he felt that something will went wrong and he might offended you, and then the chance given by you may be snatched away from him too. So he is really sensitive to these things right now. Maybe he will be disgusted about knowing that he forced someone unknowingly. Don't you feel uncomfortable asking these questions? Your current mind was more and less the same as the day. That traumatized by the man, you shook your head. No, I don't. As long as you are by his side, not going back your word after getting back to him, it's fine for you to know the process about the night, how it all happened, who's on the fault. He felt like you were ignoring his feelings and emotions. His heart itched and it became extremely uneasy. He laughed, mocking himself, but I don't feel good. Even if you really don't care, don't be so obvious, okay? Can't we forget the past and make our future together? You turn around to face him and touch his cheek. If I really don't care about you, then I would not ask you these questions and let you take me abroad with you. If not, then I can call the police to report you. You felt him being nervous as his breathing became heavier. You don't know what's wrong with him. You're explaining over here and he's anxious over there. You frowned, feeling his skin getting hot. Do you have something to say? You asked doubtfully, but he grabbed your hands. I'm your man. Anyway, you can do anything to me. Are you playing tricks? You glared at him and pushed his shoulder. If it's your intention not to give answer, then I will not bother with you anymore. You turned around and faced him your back. If you don't answer me, then don't talk to me. You looked like a little wife that angered by her husband. In the past, he felt that this kind of woman was acting up, but when it comes to you, he felt full of love. His heart was soft for this manner of yours. Okay, what you want me to answer? He wrapped his arm around your waist and back hugged you. Do you know the details about that day? How it all happened and what happened after that lady? Did she ever come to find you? He hesitated again. I will tell you, but this is the last question I will answer. You're not allowed to question about this again, okay? You always thought that you were carrying the child of strangers at that time. You even wanted to abort the child, but later on you gradually began to love the little life inside you. After telling the Yuri, she investigated for you and found Jonghan's name. You couldn't imagine about child's birth. You felt that after you felt that after giving birth to that child, you had no chance to face Jungkook. The past was simply unbearable to look back on. 1 month before, old Master John forced me to marry into your family. There was a private business party. He stopped as if he was remaining the day and continued. They had tried it many times and it was incorporated. Tossing big business, all I know was they let me drink the wine that mixed with something. It was strong dose that incentive him to do something that his body couldn't control. He tried to manage himself as much as possible, and Lee Minho helped him to get away from that situation. Minho drove car while arranging the meeting with June, but that night was raining outside, and people from Old Master Zone followed behind made him flustered. So Minho had no options but to distracted people leaving Jungkook to dark alley, exchanging Jungkook to Yoongi's car. Minho and Yoongi made sure to catch the people and spell the truth, knocking people down. I don't know most of details, but that woman rushed over and maybe I pulled her into the car. I don't know her and she never tried to reach me. I had searched, but I had no clue about her. How she looked like, all I know was the fragrance, but it didn't work. Your eyes became teary. Did you ever find her? Your own voice so low that it can barely hear it. In the silence room, and he's so close so he can feel the pain in your voice. No.
He is anxious. After saying all this, he hoped you will believe him even after revealing his past. It was not easy for him to say things to you. He's taking the risk to lose you that he can't bear it. Let's sleep. You put your hand on top of him and patted him softly to say, "It's all right. That was past. People should move on and cherish the things they have right now. Everyone make mistake with that circumstances. Forgive and move on to be happy." You close your eyes and softly breathe it in a relief. "Ronnie, you will definitely be happy to see your dad, right?" Jungkook.